She's breech. My doctor had explained to me at my 39-week pregnancy visit. Um, my daughter had turned the last week of my pregnancy from the regular position to breech. Um, so from there, she told me I had to go directly into the labor and delivery room so that they can try to turn her, or else I would need an emergency C-section to take her out of my stomach because it was already too far along to wait any longer. Um, so in that moment, she sent me directly into the labor and delivery emergency room. Um, the doctor spent around 2 hours trying to turn her. Um, at which point they told me that they were unable to because every time they attempted, she would just go back. Um, and so right then and there, they had told me that I would need an emergency C-section. That day that I had gone into the doctor's visit, I decided I didn't want anyone there with me. I could do it alone. It was just a visit. So when the C-section came along, I was still alone. That was one of the moments in my life where I kind of decided, like, it helped me become the person I am today. It helped shape me. Um, because of that, because of my two kids, because of these defining moments I've had, thanks to them. The object that I'm going to speak about is a picture frame that I have of photos of them. Um, so these are my two kids. The eldest's name is Alexander, and this is his ultrasound up here. The youngest is Vienna, and she's the little girl. Obviously, this is just a picture frame. It isn't necessarily very special in any form or way. I think it's like 11 by 14 if we're talking specifics. It has 6 photos of my kids. 2 of them are the ultrasound photos that I have, and then 2 of them are when my kids were a little bit younger. This large photo in the middle was taken Halloween in 2019, and then just another photo of my kids down here. Like I said, the picture frame isn't necessarily all that special. But what it means to me is more or less what does. But now that I have talked about what my special object is, I'm going to talk about how I came to getting it. It's been a year, so around August of 2020, I moved into my first apartment by myself. I didn't really have anything. Actually, no, I didn't have anything. I had like a bed, I think. I didn't have anything. I didn't have any photos. I didn't have any personal belongings. I literally got this apartment and I had to furnish everything on my own then and there, pretty much. And it has taken a year, and I have gotten things, more or less. But this was one of the first things I decided I kind of needed. It's helped me feel better when I'm sad, or because I co-parent when I don't have my kids. Like, looking at photos of them always makes me feel better. So that's how I came along to getting it. Why it's special to me, though, is, I guess, the real reason for this. A picture frame doesn't really mean much unless it holds a significant meaning to you. I left a pretty bad relationship back in 2018, at which point I went into nursing school directly, and I didn't really have much time to do much, like, I didn't really have the time to, like, get myself settled. I went straight into nursing school, and I struggled my way through it for 2 years, and when I finally got out, I got this apartment, I got myself back on my feet, and all I kept thinking is everything that I went through, all the struggles that I had gone through, were all for my kids. Everything that every struggle that I had, I would do again because I do everything for them. So when I got my apartment, the only picture frame I really have is this one. I just put my favorite photos, like the one here in the middle is Halloween of 2019. So right before I graduated nursing school, and my son is Link from Legend of Zelda, and my daughter was a kitty cat. I also have it tattooed on me, which is, you know, a significant meaning to me. But yeah, the object I have is extremely special to me because it's the inspiration that I have whenever I'm sad or whenever I'm depressed. This is usually, like, photos of my kids are what make me feel better. And I co-parent with their dad, and we don't necessarily get along. But at the end of the day, like, I don't care how much I have to put up with him. I would do everything and anything for my children. So, yeah, my special object is a picture frame with pictures of my kids that I will cherish forever.